and welcome to the Anomaly Presents podcast slash Twitch stream event of this week. How do you like that? That was a great intro, eh? Holy cow.
Yeah, it was great. But KP, we gotta talk about Matt later.
Oh no, what'd I do?
I don't want him to lose confidence. We'll deal with it later.
Oh no. So I'm sure you've noticed this is a podcast about the genre movies that inspired a genre film festival. That is the Anomaly Film Festival happening in Rochester, New York. What is it? It's November 8th through the 12th. That's what the thingy on the screen says.
Woo!
November 8th through 12th, 2023. For a second, I thought it was animated, but that's just my bifocals. Life is good.
Life staring at a computer screen.
I'm
all
telling
day.
you. Yep, there's just 2 fried eggs behind these glasses, man. Tickets are on sale, or passes, I should say, are on sale now. It's anomalyfilmfest.com/store. I will give you a cheap plug while you're sitting here watching and show you what the Neato store looks like. Hey, check that out. Look how nice.
They're very talented people. Drew things and also put this together.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I like the tech though. Oh my god. Look at
yeah,
this.
That's what I was like. This is just a teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. And this is anomalyfilmfest.com/store. You can pick up your festival pass. You can pick up your teal Skull Vacation t-shirt or navy Skull Vacation hoodie with exclusive art from our good friend Megan Murphy.
Hey, that's me. Look, they let me draw skulls and eyeballs and tentacles. It took me 5 years, but I wore them down.
We did it.
Yeah.
I've been in your corner the whole time.
Thank you.
And you can get that along with your pass to the festival at anomalyfilmfest.com/store or check out our social media. Not to put the plugs up front, but I'm going to do it because, that's why we're here. It's a film festival thing.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Got your pass already.
Yes, their pass. Yes.
Good looking out. Thank you.
There we go. See?
That's
a model anomalier.
Anomal fan. What do we go with? If we're the podcastronauts, what do we got? Anomal fans? Let us know. What do you think in the chat? Give us a heads up. You get first crack.
Yeah. You're here. You get to name yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just going to have to deal with it.
It's like coming up with your own nickname on your own, though. Like you can't walk into a room and go,
hey.
my name's Matt, but call me Big Shooter. You're like, no, you're not. Nobody calls you that.
When I was in high school, I was really adamant. I was like, I really don't like my name. I want to come up with a nickname. And so, my friend and I were like spitballing. And I mean, this went on for probably like a week or two. And so ultimately she came up with this suggestion where she said, maybe we can take the letters in your name and make a word out of them. And the front runner was Nacho Time. Gratefully, thankfully we landed on KP, but Nacho Time was this close to happening.
1, 2. Anomalistas.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, see, this is why we have to ask other people that aren't us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your creativity, Paul.
Yes. Saving us from ourselves.
God knows we're bereft. So yeah, we have the podcastronauts here. We've got Nacho Time, Kristen Pelk Pacheco, KP, if you're nasty.
Hey, everybody.
Megan Murphy.
Big Shooter, Nacho Time. Oh no, I have been called the Nightmare Factory, and I think that was KP. It brings me joy. I will have it on the back of a shirt, like a satin jacket someday.
It's gonna happen. You're gonna see your podcastronauts wandering around with satin jackets with our nicknames on there. Mine probably won't be Big Shooter. It'll be Todd. I can put money on that.
No, but Brother Todd, which makes us does not help the whole we're not a cult thing. I'll be honest,
right?
But it balances out. I feel like Brother Todd feels right.
Yes.
Thank you. I think so too.
The universe bestowed it upon you.
It did, oddly enough. Took me by surprise on that.
Are we a squadron in Star Wars? We're trying, Celador. I think we're trying to get that level of cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we're like way out and back in space, like
Yeah.
in the backwards of space, and we've got our last member of the
There he
squadron
is.
has
Yeah.
arrived.
Well, that's perfect because he came at the last minute to save us all.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. We haven't stopped the intro yet, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
5.5 minutes of nonsense.
I love it.
We were just vamping until you got here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Everybody, he's here. It's Foamy. Dan Howell.
Oh no.
They
We're
look
working
so
on
much
nicknames.
better. It was ridiculous.
So we are here, as you've no doubt ascertained so far. This is a movie podcast.
Yes.
Talking about the film Big Trouble in Little China. I'm sure you figured that out by now just by the title that you clicked on. Thank you for coming. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China is, oh my God, one of my all-time favorite movies. I've been obsessed with it since I saw it the first time. I think it was like 1988, possibly, on HBO. And I've watched it maybe twice a year, every year since, at least.
That sounds about right. I feel like I've always seen it. Like I know there was a time in my life that it didn't exist, right? But I don't remember that time. I live in a post Big Trouble in Little China life. That's just it. And
it's the world we all
God.
want to live in.
Yeah.
Like my God, what if I like had lived some life not knowing Jack Burton and like really taking a lot of his wisdom to heart? Because it's all good advice, right? This is a man in complete control of his life, absolutely, and not just bumbling asshole to get into every problem ever.
Jack Burton is in complete control of every situation, and if you question that, just ask Jack Burton.
Yeah, he'll tell you. He's
solid.
Yeah.
So this is. It's my favorite kung fu movie with Kurt Russell as a sidekick. I think is the way I always put it. Nobody went to see. People stayed home in droves for this movie when it came out. Like nobody went to see it.
Yeah,
they didn't know.
They just and like reading up on it, it was one of those. They were like, the studios really didn't know what to do with this movie. They were like, it's confusing, so we don't know how to market it, so we won't. But oops,
it's hard to put into a box, right? Because it came out, they moved it because it was up against The Golden Child, which they thought was a similar movie somehow.
Which is fascinating because
Eddie Murphy vehicle.
Don't know that I ever would have made that connection.
Yeah, no.
Because Eddie Murphy is the hero in that film and he's on the poster, whereas Kurt Russell is the sidekick in the film, but he is on the poster because they were trying real hard to sell it. They're like, no, don't worry, Kurt Russell. You remember him, Snake Plissken? Hey, he's a hero. And I love that the movie. I love that the movie is like, oh, absolutely not. No.
Oh no,
he flips it beautifully.
Like it's so
perfection.
Jack Burton. Go ahead, KP. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was like, I just started a list of dumb things that happened. He did.
It's like a long list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I missed a ton because it was just. Oh, I wrote. Do you have a gun? No, a knife. A knife. And like that's how it. And that's at the bottom of the list. That's not even.
But I love the way that the film lulls you into a false sense that Jack Burton is going to be your guy.
Oh, you know?
It opens. He's doing his monologue, eating that terrible hoagie.
He wins the bet, right?
He wins the bet. Catches the bottle.
Yep.
It turns out
it's all in the reflexes.
Yeah. It turns out that's his one skill that pays off once more in the film. Yeah. That's the one thing he's going to do in this situation that will help everybody.
And just continue to run into danger with the utmost confidence. Yeah.
He is. It's my favorite thing because he is the ultimate American action hero. So far out of his element, and yet still just rambles into everything like discount John Wayne.
Yep.
Yeah. Never seen. Oh no.
We lost him.
Dan left. Oh no. Lopan got him.
Oh, that's it.
What color are Dan's eyes?
I was just gonna ask. I was like, I've looked into Dan's eyes numerous times. I don't think they're green.
Yeah.
Dan, you have green eyes. We thought Lopan got you.
Did he get you?
Lopan got you. Yeah.
What a day.
Or was it the gang? What was the name of that first gang? Was it I thought I wrote it down.
Lords of
Death.
The Lords of Death.
Yeah, Lords of Death.
Oh yeah. I love like it's so interesting that like this movie has so much that it goes through a couple gangs just in one alley fight, but they're like, oh no, that they're just to get you like set up.
Yeah,
They're,
because
don't worry
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I
that's
thought like
nothing.
yeah, John Carpenter's thing was to like kind of give you little breadcrumbs to lead you further into this world, right? So like, yeah, the
Yeah,
street gang is normal, but now we've got
yeah,
there are two major factions, and there's these guys that have lightning powers,
yeah.
and then it just continues
Yeah.
to build from there and there.
And what's fascinating is it starts so like what they see first is a funeral, which is bad luck. Like literally, he drives into
Yeah.
an alley, sees bad luck, and instantly gets worse. Like instantly gets worse. This movie starts and never stops.
Oh yeah, they don't let up. It's amazing.
I have an interesting bit of trivia.
Okay.
I know, Matt, you might know this, but apparently when Kurt Russell was working with John Carpenter, this is like the second action film they did. I believe Escape from New York was before,
Yep.
and it was kind of like the first action film Kurt Russell had done because he'd been known as like the kid who did Disney films, right? So I don't know why, but the whole thing was he decided that each movie he was going to try to do like an impression of an action star, like a known action star to kind of help him. So for Escape from New York, Snake Plissken is Clint Eastwood. And once
Mhm.
you know that, you see that. For this, Jack Burton is John Wayne. That's
yeah.
why he's talking in that particular way. And then once you know that, you're holy shit, it is John Wayne. Yeah, I tell him what old Jack
love
Burton
that.
said. I'm like, oh my god. Of course, and then I just go into the bird cage. I'm like, oh, did I walk wrong? No, that's just how he walked. That's just me though. But I'm like, it kind of opens it up. He is literally doing like kind of a satire, just a little bit of like, yeah, this is kind of how this kind of action star would just try to bulldoze his way through the story, and he can't. He is saved at every step by competent people like Wang, who is the hero.
Yeah.
Wang, who, he absolutely steals the movie. I feel like it's that thing where you'd never know that first time you watch it, you're like, oh, this is going to be, Kurt Russell kicking ass. And then all of a sudden, Wang is the greatest action hero that's ever lived.
Yeah. He's the one who
Yeah.
has like his love has been stolen. I mean,
He's
listen,
the
Jack
story,
and Gracie,
right.
I'm sure they're going to have a good time together. They should not get together, and Gracie deserves better.
Agreed.
But Wang actually has somebody he loves, and he has to face these challenges and walk up walls and kick ass with these elemental creatures all the time. That's his life.
Meanwhile, yeah, Jack Burton took out one guy and is just stuck underneath him, trying not to get crushed. Like,
Yeah.
No, yeah,
He's like, we got a
Uh-huh.
fight coming. He knocks himself out, and it's like,
oh yeah,
Stop it.
the Charlie Day wild card bitches, and then just
oh,
like shoots right into the ceiling.
Oh God, heavy
promptly
Charlie
gives
Day
himself
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
promptly gives himself a concussion, and is like he is out for most of that fight between knocking
Yeah.
himself out
Thank God.
and then fighting
Yeah.
to not get crushed. Yeah, no,
That was good.
count your blessings, because he probably could have accidentally taken somebody else out.
Yeah, no, you know what? He's
That's
safe.
true.
Keep him there. Let the people who know how to fight, fight, and then wake him up when he's ready.
Yeah, exactly. When he's not going to hurt himself or others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's adorable. Just let him sleep.
Wake him up for the one-liner and move on. Exactly.
Like I say, yeah, let him get his line in. Borrow some of his white privilege. Do what you got to do. Knock him back out. You're good to go.
He had so many good one-liners.
I just love that he is so like fish out of water. Even Gracie Law, like that's her neighborhood. That's her beat that she knows enough there. Whereas he just is just in a constant state of what? Huh? Huh?
There's
you
never
think-
been the audience surrogate more than Jack Burton. He
Yeah,
is
yeah.
exactly what you would be doing if you were standing there,
Yes.
up to and including being completely useless at any possible situation.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
For her last name, do you think that Law was just like a fill-in, and then they were like, whatever? Because she's
You
a
know
lawyer.
what? Might have been. So
Probably.
Kim Cattrall is fantastic in this role because she knows what she's doing, which is like
Yeah.
kind of doing almost like a 20s, 30s like dame.
Yeah.
Like no worry, it's just Gracie Law. Like she has all the exposition,
Yeah.
but she does it like high energy.
She does.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of the old Spencer Tracy screwball. Everything is just like spit right out. It's like Kathleen
Yeah.
Turner and Romancing the Stone kind of.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, like definitely. It's like I don't think she had shoulder pads, but she had shoulder pad energy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I lost it at the bit where they did the callback where, she's saying I can't go in there. They know my face. They'll like destroy me. And then, they're making the plans for later. And she's going to say, I can't go in there. And he's like, I know. Something's wrong with your
Something's
face.
wrong with your face. I know. Something's wrong with your face.
I'm like, you kiss that man after he just like and I mean, like, I would not have survived. I would have been like, I'm packing my bags. I'm going home.
I love him so much.
Yeah, he is an idiot. Ugh, love him.
He's so good.
You need someone, I think, with the charm of Kurt Russell to pull off that role.
Yeah,
you know, like you gotta not hate him. And there's certain things where you're like, why are you doing this? But I'm like, oh, look at him go. He's like a weird golden retriever.
I think, yeah, and it's like it's his charm, but also like the way that they humble him, right? Like again and again, right? Just you're like, wow, what a buffoon. Like, I love you, I'm rooting for you, like, even though you say some off the wall shit, but like you get immediately humbled by like you're trying to light these guys up first time shooting a gun and you forget to turn the safety off, or like going in to like save the girls. How are you gonna spring us? And he's like, I have no idea. He's just buffoon. Oh, the part where he has like he's kissed, Gracie Law, and he's going in there and he has, the lipstick all over his mouth and his teeth, and he's confronting the bad guys, and he says, you know what Jack Burton says? And the bad guy says, who?
Yeah,
it's like, me.
You know what?
It's me.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, because here.
You know what old Jack Burton always says at a time like this? Who? Jack Burton. Me.
And here's Wayne coming in and being competent.
There you go. Amazing.
And then he just doesn't even get to say what he says.
What the hell?
All that build up for what
Jack...
the hell. Yeah. I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's exactly that. It's the bravado and everything. And then Wang comes in and he's the actual competent one that can get anything done, or somebody else in the group. Egg Shen comes in and does something awesome. And then, what the hell? Thanks, Jack.
Should we move through the movie? I feel like we went to all the good bits, but like the movie is kind of all good bits, so it's hard to like
100%.
Should we start at the top when we learn who Jack Burton is as he's doing his one-man late night radio show on the CB?
I love that because I have this feeling like everybody else is like, oh shit, Jack's on.
It's Jack again. Switch. They like all collectively switch to a different channel.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's 100% talking to himself.
Oh yeah.
He's the best truck name ever.
And I love it.
The Porkchop Express.
Like
rules.
What? Genius.
Yeah.
It's so good because it's so dumb.
The hauling ass mud flaps.
Yeah.
And it's just like a great character intro. We are intro to this guy writing his own mythology.
Yeah. Just monologuing about, like I told my last wife, I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Like
ex-wife?
And just wearing sunglasses and it's dark out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. And then like we get intro to Wang in a situation that looks like he'd be the sidekick because he's like, hey, I'll bet you
double or nothing.
Nothing or double.
I'll cut this bottle in half, and I'm like, how? That's not even a sharp blade issue. What's your plan here? But in a way, that's like his beginning as a hero. When you look back, go, oh yeah, he has to start as someone who doesn't like, who's making ridiculous claims, and later he will gain his confidence and save the day. So that's like just that we don't know that we're watching the sidekick
at that moment.
We don't understand that. So they're like, oh, this kid. Well, I guess Jack will take him under his wing. Old Jack Burton.
Yep.
But
it's just the start of Wang's hero's journey. He's he's going through his own story circle right there.
But they have to set up the lightning reflexes.
Really great take on the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Just got to set up the wham. Hey, so because now we're like, oh, he's competent. Look at that cool thing Jack Burton can do. I bet he can do a whole lot of other cool things.
No.
And then you find out.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cut to, we have to go pick my girlfriend up at the airport because I lost a bet.
Then we
Which-
can see some cool 1980s gang members. You know,
Yeah.
they got style,
Ah.
pizzazz.
Those
style.
sunglasses?
Some of my
What-
favorite on-screen punk rockers are in this movie. Like
Yeah.
those guys
Yeah,
are
oh,
all
yeah.
very choice.
They're very also an oddly crowded airport.
Yeah.
Like there's
Well-
just a lot of people there.
No, we
Which,
got to remember
no, it
it's
was the 80s.
1986, so people are flying, and people can wait for you literally at the terminal,
at the gate.
So,
right. So yeah.
and as somebody who just flew this morning, I was at it in DC. That airport was packed, and that's not full of any people that were waiting for their loved ones to return. It was just full of bodies.
just
Right. So that's where we get the story from Wang about how he's left his love Miao Yan in
we
China.
meet
This is the
Gracie
first
Law.
time. Hmm?
Yeah.
We meet
Yeah,
Gracie
we
Law.
meet Gracie Law.
yeah.
Listen, Jeff say something. Can I tell you something? She's like, absolutely not. I'm
Uh-huh.
like,
It's
there you
Miller
go, Gracie.
time, where she says,
Yeah.
and then we never found out. Again, you know what I say when it's Miller time. We never find out what he
Nope.
says when it's Miller
No.
time, and
Nope, no
that
idea.
is that is sad.
It's pretty
Yeah,
bizarre.
the lost
yeah.
wisdom of Jack Burton.
Yeah,
That's a book I would read.
Yeah.
Daily.
Oh yeah, the Tao of Jack Burton. Yeah.
Yep.
Celador came in with some good trivia. This was originally conceived as a Western. Jack was looking for his favorite horse in 1899 San Francisco.
Ah,
He was delivering
okay.
meat to the Chinese
Oh.
workers building the railroad. Originally, the tone was Indiana Jones meets Romancing the Stone. And if I
Oh.
remember right, Celador, correct me, the person that came in and did the corrections was the guy that wrote Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, it was W.D. Richter. I actually,
Yep.
I know that too. This
So-
was at one point going to be a Buckaroo Banzai sequel. But here's the deal. Buckaroo Banzai is not just competent, but like mega hyper competent. Like, I don't see how you like the joy of Jack Burton stumbling through this would be ruined by Buckaroo Banzai, who can solve any problem ever.
Yeah, Buckaroo Banzai, who's basically rock and roll American Doctor Who.
Oh God, yeah. I'm not. This is no
Another
slam
show
on Buckaroo
for another
Banzai.
day. I love
Yeah,
Buckaroo
okay.
Banzai. We will do that
Okay.
another time. Anybody
Well,
else
yeah,
seen
there you go.
Buckaroo Banzai between Meg and I?
I have not,
Yeah,
weirdly.
So this is all nonsense.
So,
And
yeah.
it would,
Doc
trust
Savage.
y'all.
Great, Celador. Thank you. Agreed. And I did also see the comment about this kind of being an adaptation of the kung fu movies that were coming from Hong Kong, like the Golden Harvest and Shaw Brothers kind of thing as well. And that is totally Wang's story. If you look at Wang's story, it's exactly the kind of thing you would have seen in a
I was gonna ask you, Matt. I'm like,
Yeah.
I without your expert eye, I was like, oh, there's some Shaw Brothers stuff here. Just the one I forget which it was. I don't think is it Lightning or Thunder. He takes off his hat and he's got that luscious long hair with those sideburns, and then like the ponytail. I'm like, okay, I know what movie I'm in now. I just like
Yep.
I feel like I'm like fantastic. I love it. I love it. There's no reason for him except for that visual reference to this kind of like fantasy martial arts film. Love it.
It turns into just American wuxia at a certain point. It's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that hair is gonna be in the wind. It's gonna be amazing. I know he's like a
Mhm.
second tier villain. I don't care. He's my favorite.
Don't matter when you got that hair.
Right? Ugh.
Pantene Pro V commercial.
Oh yes.
It's not fair. He's
Hot oil treatment.
got
and
two
they're like-
superpowers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then like when we meet them also I've literally heard, but I don't have like the exact facts, so this is just I've heard that the Mortal Kombat's Raiden was somewhat inspired because you can tell by like with the hat and the lightning of
Oh,
the
yeah.
lightning, thunder, and
Rain.
who's the other guy?
Rain?
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, it's Raiden. Wait, this is before Raiden. It's proto Raiden. Look. It's so great.
I was with KP, had you seen this before?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay. And Dan, you too? Had you seen this before?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering when when he came up and it was basically Raiden, if you
Yeah.
just absolutely marked
Oh.
that when you saw him.
Of course.
Like,
Of
yay.
course.
There he is.
Especially with the
Right.
Mortal Kombat 1 trailer dropping
That's right.
recently. So
That's coming up soon.
I know, I got us off track again. Okay,
That's
so they're at
all
the
right.
No,
airport.
that's all
and there's-
good.
There's
the
a
Yes, so we get to
kidnapping.
the airport. There's
And then-
kidnapping happening.
Yep. And then our boys launch into action.
Yeah, Jack will fix this.
Jack will get right after it and do fuck all.
This is again with love. Every time we're talking crap about Jack Bird, it's with love.
Yeah.
Like he's trying. He really thinks he's
Yeah.
doing things.
He wants to do the right thing. He's just not
Yeah.
good at it.
I mean, yeah, technically he's doing the right thing. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to help his friend because at a certain point it's not about money anymore. It's like doing the right thing. He just like, severely overestimates his abilities at every turn.
Absolutely.
He's an idiot.
When Wang, completely competent fighter, does well for himself, and then Jack just kind of gets in the way. Sometimes helpfully, sometimes not.
I mean, Egg Shen's there, and he's like literally some sort of sorcerer exorcist, as we find out, who has been fighting Lopan for who knows. I feel like it's left a little like
hundreds of years is my guess.
Yeah, centuries probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fantastic. But
Which
Jack's got this.
Jack's got it. It's fine. It's fine.
He'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Reasonable man, very unreasonable things.
Yeah, he's just been waiting for a truck driver to help.
Yeah. That was the one thing I needed.
Yeah, the guy in the Peterbilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he gets stolen 8 minutes after he gets into town.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because that's the next thing. They're in that alleyway with his. Also, I don't know where he's going with that truck in that alleyway. Like, I don't know what his plan was.
I wasn't sure either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, he was driving that thing around like it was much smaller than it was.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He handles that thing like it's a Mini Cooper. Like
his second skill. It's his second.
That's
skill.
his second skill.
Yeah.
And that's when they see the funeral. Then one gang, then another gang fights another gang, and then there's some more gangs, and then a magic gang.
We get the elementals coming down.
That's
and
gotta
they
be like
just
imagine
wreck
when you're
shop.
first watching it, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm sorry, did they come from the sky?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was this movie again?
Yeah.
That guy was using lightning like a rope. Just kind of like
That kept
breaking
killing me.
That was so cool.
I like great little detail. Lightning guy holds it like rope.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was definitely like the first time I saw it. I mean, it was a long time ago, but it felt similar to then when I eventually watched Scott Pilgrim, and knowing nothing about it, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what the fuck is this? Why is this random Matthew Patel suddenly flying and singing a song? What is happening? Very similar feeling.
Turn into coins?
Between those two.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. When he just bursts into coins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I like that. I like the same thing. If you
turns
watch
on
this
a
movie
dime.
with no idea, you're
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, what happens?
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a classic like martial arts fantasy film at first.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes about 25 minutes to get there, and then once it gets there,
Boom.
Yeah.
all sorts
It's
of crazy
not.
stuff.
There's a
happens.
lot of buildup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
because
like-
initially you just think it's going to be a regular,
Action.
yeah.
showdown in Little Tokyo kind of kicky punchy kind of thing, and then no, it's not.
There's
No,
magic.
It's getting
Oh,
weird.
how wrong we are.
Yay.
So then,
And then we get to see Lopan first.
Yeah, they decide to say, "Cheese it, let's go." So they try to slam on the gas to get out of the alleyway.
Yep.
And then
You can't run him down.
can't run him
He's
down.
magic too.
Yep,
And it's James Hong, so
double
Extra
what are you
magic.
gonna do?
So
Ugh.
it's just magic in general.
And then
James
Jack,
Hong, MVP of this movie.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my
100%.
god, right?
and then
Love
Jack
him so
begins
much.
to have an existential crisis.
Yeah.
I should have run through him and crushed that man. How did he phase through the truck?
He's like, oh, wait a second. I might not have the skills for this. I don't know.
And everyone else is like, keep up, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
time is of the essence. I don't
Yeah.
have time to coddle you. Like, we need to go save her.
There's a whole
okay.
history you don't know and we don't have time to give you, but we're
Yeah.
in the middle of it right now.
He spends so much
We
time in
gotta
that
go.
kimono calling his insurance adjuster while everyone else is trying to figure out how to save the world.
He just wanted that truck back, and he made that
Oh,
clear.
man.
Like, ultimately, that was the goal. Like, he's
Yeah.
doing the right thing,
Yeah.
but that's what he
I lo-
wants.
I love Aaron's
Yeah.
comment. Aaron, hey Aaron. an anomal crew there. It's like, so I just popped on and started listening and realized I confused this movie with Romancing the Stone. So I was so confused. I can see that.
That's fair.
It's funny. This is
That
the
would be
second
confusing.
Romancing the Stone reference. So
Yeah.
it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in the DNA.
Third time we have to watch Jewel of the Nile.
No, Romancing the Stone, yes. Jewel of the Nile, no. Like last year, I revisited Romancing the Stone, and it mostly holds up.
It's a fun one. Jewel of the Nile didn't hold up then.
No. I want to stay in the happy memories of, this is actually pretty good. I don't want to go any farther.
Another one.
No, I will watch the video.
That's fun.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about in the suits?
Yeah. Yeah, Billy Ocean, right? Never mind. Anyway.
Okay, so all right, they make up the plans. No, we're getting there. So
KP.
they make up the plans, and then they send him in.
Yeah, they send him
as a nerd into
as
the
Mervin there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
where he does a good job of looking like a square. And
totally nails it.
Yeah.
He's perfect with it. It's
but also like he looks perfect, but he also like seems dumb because he's laying it on thick. He's like, yeah, I like him with the green eyes, and then they're like, warning signs already. Get this guy out of here. He's a cop.
Awkward.
He has the creepiest voice when he does it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have very particular tastes. Exotic. I'm like,
yeah.
ooh.
So greasy
God, he's
too.
great.
Yeah, he did a great job at being a whole grease ball.
Amazing.
Then the shenanigans turn up at the brothel, right?
Yep.
Because they've been immediately had.
Yeah, because he gives it up immediately because
they're like, this can't go on for too long. We're gonna.
Yeah.
He had a 5-10
minutes immediately.
Yeah, 5 minutes was all he could get through of acting like that.
It was really just so everybody. So everybody could come and get a load of his tie, and then they were like, "Okay, enough is enough."
I don't think he had like a plan beyond like, I'll just say green eyes, and they'll probably just show me someone with green eyes.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh no!
Like you spent too much time developing the voice, not enough time developing a plan.
He was doing character work.
Yeah,
like, I am this guy. I am this guy.
The voice is great. I would use that voice all the time too.
I mean, yeah.
It was probably for the best that another instant kidnapping happened. It probably made it less awkward.
Yeah.
I did laugh at the line before they get in there while they're doing all the planning, and they're just kind of ignoring him. And Gracie Law says, "Green eyes are like leather bucket seats to these people," and he just yells, "Who?" Because he is not on the same page as them at all.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Buffoon
just spends a year cajoling the insurance people and then trying to find food in the kitchen. That's all he's doing. That he is just the most surface level. Like, I just have these immediate needs.
Yeah, he's your stoner college roommate.
Yeah,
like, he's there. He's not a hindrance, but he's definitely not helping.
Yeah, there we go. He's just there. He's got to move him over when we need.
On his own track, at his own pace.
Yeah.
He thinks he's helping though, and that's kind of worse.
Yeah, which like it's sweet, but also kind of annoying.
Yeah. So they scoop him up there, right? That's where they get. Then I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
the guys get everyone gets kind of scooped up there, right?
Yeah.
And then they get like the girls are tied up in like cages. Why Gracie Law is hogtied? You know what? Part of me thinks like maybe she's got some special power.
Oh, they can sense it. They're like,
yeah,
because she was literally like hog tied.
Yeah, they really had her on lockdown.
Yeah,
they were like, this white lady.
Yes,
could be the problem.
She's trouble. She is a thorn in our side.
It's the power of Kim Cattrall.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Fair.
She probably turned into a mannequin for a while, and they saw her move, and they're like, "Well, we can't go with that."
And then what? The guys are brought in right into that. That was like I like the design of that room.
Yeah.
Visually, it's like with all
production design,
the Buddhas. I think. Oh yeah, because it feels like just a little too narrow.
Yeah.
It's very claustrophobic.
Like it's huge and narrow. It's very off-putting, and
it's the high ceilings.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. It feels like it's about to
That's
do
a
like
good-
the
yeah.
squeeze. You
Yeah.
know?
Ooh, yeah.
Love it. Okay. And is that when they're in like they kind of get him in these like kind of like wheelchair
The
thingies?
wheelchairs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Lopan does his like first monologue.
Yes, that's when Lopan shows up as the billion-year-old man.
Oh,
So
oh
gross.
yeah.
Yeah.
he's like who totally completely unimpressed. With these dudes.
So
Yes.
bad. Ugh.
Ah.
Yeah,
that was my Lopan. Old Lopan. Ah.
I mean, accurate.
You got it.
He does a
You got
really
it.
good like old voice.
Yeah.
Ah.
not the most horrifying old man we've talked about on this show, but up there.
Mhm.
True. Yeah.
Don't remind me. My brain isn't thinking
Nope,
about
we're
it.
gonna keep it moving. We're
Nope,
gonna keep it
we're
moving.
gonna keep it moving.
It's like,
Good,
um,
good. I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, in like 10 minutes.
That's a
it'll be
bonus for
great.
longtime listeners.
yeah.
Um,
So how do they get out of it? I'm trying to remember. Oh, they get like taken down to a dungeon, right?
Yeah, they end up in the
Yeah.
dungeon, and then they try to cut themselves out.
Oh yeah, he does the whole like he tips
Oh,
over the chair,
over.
has the knife in the boot, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he's able to get out. So okay, 3 things. He did
No,
We
there's
didn't
that
ta-
one point. Yeah, when Jack's still in the chair, and we just saw them push him up this like incline, and we have that great scene where he basically is going backwards, strapped to this chair, and he just keeps going. He gets a couple guys with the chair, not on purpose,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
ends up right on the edge of the well, and he catches the wheels, and he has to like brute force his way up. I was like, bravo! I don't know why there's a well down at the end of this like inside interior hill, but what a fun scene because it's just him screaming, which is very like that would be us. I would just be screaming, knife in hand, tied to
Oh,
a chair.
yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
screaming because this is it. Because I'm not going to be able to stop myself like
And-
Jack.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh no, I
yeah.
do not have that upper arm strength. Got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Got to give it
Yeah.
to him.
Well done, Jack. That
I would have lived in that well then. Well, I guess I'm
Oh,
down here now.
Down
Someone
here,
turn on a TV.
put the lotion in
I'll
the
haunt you.
basket.
Yeah.
down here with Eyeball Man.
Now, I'm
Just
making
send me down a
ring
hoagie.
reference. You can't take my skin. I'll haunt you.
I'm gonna steal your dog.
No, I'm gonna grow my hair out and get real creepy real quick. It's gonna be great.
The
Oh,
well
sorry, where the hell
dweller.
were we again?
They
I'm
bust.
planning
Okay, so
next
he
week.
busts out. I got you. They bust out, right? They go to save the girls, right?
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
and then we get our
Yeah.
like, what's your plan? I have no idea.
No plan.
And then they start to escape. Don't they go through the water?
Yep. That's when they get stuck in the water.
Yeah, and then they have like a little,
Oh, yeah.
Gracie and Jack have like a little heated moment, like their whole little love-hate thing.
Mhm,
Continues to
Well,
build.
Will they, won't they?
Yeah.
When the door is 2 or 3 feet wide.
Yeah.
Well, this is like all kind of the same day, right?
Uh-huh.
So they're really going through a roller
The
coaster
world's
of
longest
intro.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be exhausted.
Like, do I love you? I don't even know. I haven't slept for a while, and I've been kind of almost killed a couple times.
Oh, is it before they're in the water? This part made me laugh. I think I like rewound and watched it a couple times because it made me laugh when they're trying to go through the door and he's like, "All right, we're going to go out there, follow the leader." And then he promptly swings the door open, full of people just waiting for them on the other side. He slams the door closed. He goes, "We may be trapped."
Yep. Yep.
We may be trapped. And then they just start, busting down the door. And he just is like, "They only saw me run." I'm like, "No, dude, you swung the door wide open."
Again, like what a heroic instinct. Useless.
Yep.
He's like,
Yeah.
"No, it's just me. No, man.
And they're like, no,
man.
they can see other people. It's not.
No." I forget.
Not the predator.
Was this one of the times when literally he was going for the knife in his boot and he like yeets it out? Like
Yeah.
literally, like he just reached it, and like it is being written in this film that he was trying to get the knife that he always has in his boot, and it just flies out of his hand.
Yeah, he reaches
Mwah.
down and just absolutely just hucks it across
Loses-
the room. And yeah,
Amazing.
again,
amazing.
useless.
Love it.
Don't worry, I got. Oh.
Yeah.
Womp, womp.
I'll miss you, Knifey. Like,
Oh, did you all see that, or is this just on me?
It's like,
I'll be there in a second,
ooh.
Wang.
The knife's in my other boot.
Only killing people through embarrassment.
There's a knife in my oh no, there's not. Not anymore.
Nope, not anymore.
Nope.
It's 3 miles away now.
Yep.
Okay, so God, okay. Then
All right, do they go back
Yeah.
to recuperate and come up with a new
So,
plan?
Yeah, this
I
is.
think
they-
that-
they go
yeah.
back and then they come back as the telephone repairmen, don't they?
Right. Yeah.
we're just with matching denim jackets. Hey, we're
Yeah.
just gonna go get the phone, and it works. They walk straight the hell in there. But then again, why would they be worried about 2 idiots coming in?
Right.
It is a super powerful sorcerer and his magic gang.
Yeah.
Right.
When
Like,
Miss
yeah.
Gracie-
Yeah.
Oh,
But we do
sorry.
need our phone to work.
Sure. What are you going to do without the phone? It's an import-export business. You can't do any work.
Right.
There's no internet at this point.
What were we
Very,
gonna say,
like,
KP?
Very Wayne's World 2, where they're like dressed as the village people.
Yeah. Yes. 100% yes.
But my real question is, when does Gracie get left? Does she get left behind? I literally just had this on in the background this afternoon for a refresher, and I must have
Right,
been
how
changing
she-
the laundry over.
I don't remember how she gets got to the point where now she's with she's the other now he's got a backup green-eyed lady.
I
Yeah.
think
I guess
they do
it's good for
leave
him.
her. Something
They-
must happen, and they have to leave her.
They escape and the big hairy guy steals her.
That's
Oh,
it.
the
He comes in
the
like
monster.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
The one who
Thank
looks
you.
like the monster from the crate,
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder if they're related. I literally go, oh hey,
They're
Yeah,
cousins.
or is it him? Did he get work? What came
Yeah.
first? I
Yeah, they-
forget. Oh, the random creatures in this film, because all of a sudden, hey, guess what? There's not just magic martial arts in this. There's literally also monsters.
Mhm.
Welcome. And you're
We got it
introduced,
all.
I think, is that hairy clawed arm that grabs her. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
Yep.
huh? Wasn't
Yep.
expecting that.
Very Alice in Wonderland-esque. You're just tumbling
Yeah.
further down into the Wonderland, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
new horrors to be found.
Like, well, what next?
Eyeball
Yep.
guy.
Yes.
Oh my
God,
God, I
eyeball
love
guys
Eye- he's so
freak me
cute.
out.
He's like a weird little beholder, but with a face, which it makes it
Yeah.
worse.
Yes.
It's-
Yes,
Yep.
it
But
does.
Yeah,
it's cute.
it's
I'm like, oh,
weird.
look at him. Look at him. He's
No,
doing his. Oh, is there an eyeball on his tongue too? They
Yes.
didn't have to make it, but they
No.
did. There's
An
no
anomaly to design it.
It might as well.
I
Yeah.
was like, look, he's my new friend. Hey, buddy.
He
Yep.
doesn't look that
Okay.
dissimilar to our potato.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, if there was
I-
ever a sidekick for the mini-eyed potato,
Yeah.
I do have the potato. I'll ask him
Oh.
later.
yeah.
Yep.
Fluffy was
let's
made
see.
by Tom Savini. Yeah, that makes
Nice.
sense. That tracks.
Yeah.
That
Creatures
tracks.
in this are from Richard Edlund, who you'd remember from Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
okay, I can see
I can see
that. There's
the line
oh,
from the
Same.
eyeball to slime.
Yeah.
Right?
Slimer.
Yeah,
You're right.
same.
They're cousins.
Same
Yeah.
effects company.
Aw,
Yep.
cute little floaty gross dudes.
And,
Yep.
and there might,
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but also the garbage monster from Star Wars, I would think is probably similar. Because he worked on
Okay.
Star Wars too.
Oh,
Okay,
probably.
That was,
Yeah, that would
that was
make
before he
sense.
felt confident enough to have them break the surface, float
Yeah.
and be free.
Also, Big Top Pee Wee he worked on.
Oh.
Multiplicity.
Oh no, he
Uh.
made that Michael Keaton. He didn't get that messed up. The copy of the copy.
Yeah. My favorite one. Solar Babies. He did the effects in Solar Babies.
God, I
Um,
remember that movie existing, but I remember nothing of it.
And Monster Squad.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
What an interesting mix.
Yeah. Richard
Oh,
Edlund.
nice.
Shout out to Boss Studios.
Thank you.
Man,
We're an
so-
educational podcast.
Celador is
Yes.
just lighting us up tonight with some great
Oh,
info.
yeah. Yeah, no, Celador's
Yeah.
got the
Yeah,
facts.
right.
Yep.
Look at that.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for helping and keeping us hey, he'll
Yeah.
give the info and then we can just talk bullshit.
Exactly.
Hot
Talking about
garbage.
going through multiple
Yeah.
versions of the drawings to develop the monster looks.
Oh,
And it turned out to be a combination of a mummy and a creature put together.
I can see that. Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it. That makes
Half
sense.
mummified,
it's-
half wild creature wandering around the sewers of Chinatown for centuries.
Yeah, I got that. It felt a little Bigfooty.
Did feel a little
Yeah.
Bigfooty.
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, because they're such unique designs. I'm like, I have no idea if there's any like mythological reference or if these are just like crazy creatures, but I love them because they're also different and unique. And yet at a certain point you buy that they're there because there's magic.
Yep.
Right.
Oh yeah. Listen, at this
Or like
point,
that, yeah.
just go
When
along
they
with
go
whatever
back
you're
in,
throwing.
that little weird centipede thing that just comes out, eats a guy, and leaves, and that's the only time
That's
we
it.
see that creature.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
they built it just to have him jam out, eat a guy, and leave.
Yep.
That's the world they're creating.
I love it.
Yeah.
World building. It makes
Yeah.
a difference.
Today that would have been Chekhov's worm. It would have come out at the end and eaten Lopan, and that would have been the ending. But no, we're not
If
doing it.
only.
That thing just lives its own life. Don't worry about it. There's
Yeah.
a whole nother movie where that thing is the hero.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Salvador, I was also billed as the sewer monster, and I don't want to tell you when.
Oh no. Oh, I'm not going to put that in the back of a jacket, okay? I
No.
refuse.
Brother Todd.
Only
Does
positive
not go
nicknames.
on
Okay?
I'm only gonna-
the
yeah.
jacket.
Yes.
Pizza Knuckles at a push.
Yes.
Um,
All right.
Oh,
Back at it again. So we get monologue number 2 from Lopan after he after the monster kidnaps
Where we
Gracie
get-
Law.
Yep. We get his whole evil plan.
Yep. I
Yep.
love when
It
they
took
lay
him
it
like
out.
1,000 years, and he could find like no green-eyed girls, and now he's got 2.
Now he's got
Man,
2.
what a great day! What a great day for Lopan. Up until
Very
Right?
Everything's coming up Lopan.
Yeah. Very, it's weird that I found too, that meme from
Yeah.
like
Yeah, exactly. That's the Doofenshmirtz shorts. There he is.
Okay, and then the guys all plan their trip back in.
Yep.
They get in there, and
They
then
get
we
in.
do Jack
The
does
guy-
the guns ablaze. Oh, and he gets his.
No.
I mean, but Lopan does his like epic entrance. We
yeah.
can't forget.
Oh, with
that. The
trip.
skull, neon
Yeah,
skull,
yeah.
like down the.
man,
Oh,
like
he's got
escalator.
that escalator ride.
Oh, we talking about that final set? Holy crap! I
Are-
want
are
to
we-
live there.
Are we totally gonna run
right?
past the 6 demon bag?
Oh, I forgot. You got to keep me on.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah, we're missing the
skipped ahead
6
to the
demon
neon.
bag. We
that's
had
right.
Egg Shen hooking everybody
Oh
up.
my
with
God,
the
Oh,
magic
yes.
potion.
I
Yeah.
guess let's
Yeah.
bring Egg Shen this time.
Yeah.
He needs to know what's
The
up.
guy who can actually help us. Let's bring Egg this time.
Right?
Yeah, and
Oh,
they
and he-
find a bar, like a
And they
little
found a
bar,
bar.
that he can give them their drink.
Yeah,
Which
doesn't
is-
Jack say like, "Oh, you just want me to drink this? No other questions." He's like, "That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
every
like,
all
"This
this
is a magic
insanity."
potion.
Yeah,
So
And they had
Egg,
that great toast
Yeah,
where,
there's-
like, okay, so I think weighing something like to like the Navy and the Army, and then Jack says, "May the wings of liberty never
never
lose
lose
a
a
feather."
feather.
And I was like, "What? See, he's good with words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's good with words."
all he's good with.
And then
Yeah.
they drink the stuff,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I'm assuming is nothing.
It's Michael's secret sauce. Space
It's
Jam,
a-
no one.
Oh, okay, yeah, water. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Mi-
assumed that,
Michael-
like they
Michael's
just
secret
told
stuff.
them like this
Yeah.
will help. Because I love that scene where they're all just like on the elevator.
They're in the elevator,
They're
just
like,
kind of
You know
vibing
what?
out.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty
And
good.
Jack's
I,
like,
you know,
I think I feel
we can
kind
do
of
this.
invincible.
Yeah, I feel
And then
kind of.
Ed looks at him, and then he like smiles and looks away, and he has that face of like, oh, these dumb idiots.
he gave him the glow. That's what he gave
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I
And
love.
then
Yes.
Yeah.
my favorite Jack
listen.
moment in that whole thing is just like, is anybody else getting hot?
I do like this elevator of people who are just getting pumped up on like no like they're pumping each other up. We
Right?
probably had something, right? Yeah. We're like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, shared hallucination, and then
Yeah,
he's
we're
getting
gonna go
helped
in
up.
there, crack
Yeah.
some skulls. Very like,
And
Yeah.
I feel like Egg's standing there going, I mean, they might all die. This keeps happening every century. I try. I don't know if this is the one either, but I gotta try. Like every few
Yeah.
years, gotta try this.
yep.
Yeah.
I'll miss them.
Yeah,
Like,
Exactly.
I'll miss these idiots.
I'll miss them. I hope the next batch isn't nearly as stupid, but we'll do it with
Yeah.
this one and see what happens.
Especially
He's
when
got the
he's
Jack
yeah.
batch.
exactly.
Yeah. It's
Every-
like, no truck drivers next time.
I'm sure every generation there's a Jack.
Scott.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if he has a potion, but he's like, I'm not wasting it on this go. This is just like like one of those missions in the game you do where like you're not trying to solve, you're just trying to like get resources for the actual next round.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, we'll all die, but I'll have some lives for later.
It's fine. It's fine because I'm stuffed on lumber now, so I can build a new fortress.
Yeah,
but I died
turned
3
into
times.
Cult of the Lamb. Yeah, I gotta go in there and get some bones.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Grinding for the next Zerg rush. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Oh my God, Eggshen is grinding. He really thought this was a grind mission.
Yeah. Joke's on him.
And then he's got Then he's got Jack Burton, the Leroy Jenkins of the group.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
running
God.
into running into
He
the world's
is.
coolest roller disco.
Oh man.
Oh God, but yeah, that set. Like it's both like this, it's like almost like gothic, but neon. But like
neon Chinese gothic. It rules. It's so cool.
It's so
it's where you want your
level.
final fight to be. I mean,
Oh,
unless you're
yeah.
Jack. Who was sidelined pretty quick, thank God for him.
Yes. Knocks himself out, gets trapped under a dude with armor, as we've said.
Yeah. He knife boots him, but then doesn't know how to get the body off him.
No.
Just trying to find the leverage.
Can't.
Turtle on his back.
It.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where everybody else is having like these high flying fights. Wang has become his ultimate form, where he as a mere mortal can fight against this like supernatural being. He's flying in the air, having sword fights.
It's full on wire work, wuxia. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
And then Eggshen and Lopan are doing like their projections into like the sky. And then Lopan does this thing where it's like he's like doing a video game with his hands.
With his
That
fingernails.
killed me.
Yeah. Made me so
He's
happy.
like,
He's playing Nintendo with his creepy fingernails.
So, someone's watching it. They're like, Game Boy. Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
This predates it. I think Lopan invented the Nintendo controller.
I'm pretty sure he
He
did.
invented the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh,
damn. I'd buy that.
Lopan invented Wiimotes.
I was gonna say, the Wiimotes. That's why they're so hard to use.
So goddamn good at Wii bowling, Lopan.
Well, when you're alive for centuries, you got a lot of time to like kill.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the one that's good at Wii baseball. Just him.
Just him.
No one else.
He's the only one who figured it out because he had the time.
Right.
Let's see. Explosions occur, right?
Tons of explosions occur.
He tries to run.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. It doesn't work out well.
Did they take out one of the guys here, right? In an explosion?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember which one, but yeah.
Wang takes out Rain.
Okay.
Rain.
Yeah. Oh, he stabs him in the air.
Yep.
And then he goes shooting into like the stomach of that figure that's on like the opposite the skull.
Yes.
That all sounds like it. I swear to God, that makes sense. What I just described is what happens. It sounds like nonsense.
Yes.
If you're listening / watching this podcast, hopefully you have watched the movie, so you don't think we're just totally batshit crazy.
Yeah, no, this sounds like a fever dream the way we're descking it. But yeah,
finally lost it. Okay, yeah, you're right. And then they like are like more in the interior back.
Yep.
There.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when
they find the girls, right?
That's where. Yeah.
Yeah, because then Gracie's there when Jack, because Lopan's got oh no, what's her name?
Mao Yin.
Yeah. Like he's got her, and they're like in that hallway, and there's like a gong behind him, and more like it's that statuey gong, too slightly too narrow, too tall room. And that's when Jack was like, okay, well, I have my knife. Yeah. So now shoots it, and it just whizzes past Lopan and just hits that gong that's been there the entire time and kind of pays that off. Yep. And Lopan literally like looks at it. Jack is upset, looks at Gracie, who gives him the most withering, like,
she is so sick of this man.
Yeah. What was I thinking? I was thinking like maybe, but now I'm thinking nah.
Yeah.
She's mad at herself for finding him attractive. She's like,
yeah, that's what that is. There's a lot of disappointment in that room.
Yeah. She's not mad. Like, she's just disappointed.
Yeah, he picks up the knife and like what were you expecting to do with this? And he's like basically tosses it at Jack. And here is where we have the payback for the one thing we know Jack can do well.
It's all in the reflexes.
He catches that knife, throws it at a newly corporeal Lopan, by the way. So he is
Yeah.
now like flesh and blood at
Yeah,
the
Lo-
worst
Man.
possible time because
Yeah.
he gets that knife right into the middle of his forehead.
Yeah, Lopan took
And
a little like Capri Sun helping of Mao Yen's blood and becomes human.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wrong night. My friend
Yeah.
to do that.
Yep.
And he just falls over and Jack did a thing.
Yeah.
He took
Yeah,
him.
he
He
did
took
it.
out the big
He did it.
bad.
Yeah.
And then I think one of my favorite parts is they're there, and then you see Wang is fighting is
Thunder.
that Thunder?
Yeah,
But you
Thunder.
only see it through the archway of the hallway. So you see like Wang run, and then Thunder get upset, break something, run after him, and then they run past again, and there's stuff being thrown. Like you're seeing the fight through just this little archway for a while, and it's hilarious.
It's like Keystone Cop perfection.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
amazing.
the actual fight's happening there.
Yeah, there's a whole other movie happening on
Yeah.
the other side of that arch.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a total Punch and Judy show, and it works so well.
Oh, we forgot the one guy
Mm.
exploding, right? After Lopan
Well,
dies, his head
I think
goes.
he's
That's
the
what
last
happens.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. They do their
Yeah.
whole fight,
Yeah.
and then his head explodes after Lopan dies.
Yep, he
That
comes
was a
out
cool
and,
effect.
and inflates.
That
and
was
explodes.
great. Yeah.
Like he's trying to do what he did before with Jack, where he kind of like expanded enough that he kind of broke Jack's like because he had him holding, but like he's so upset, like he's so upset that he just keeps going and going
Yep.
and ka-chow,
Yeah,
ka-chow.
pops like Veruca Salt. Veruca Salt was the
Yeah.
blueberry, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Uh,
No.
Yeah, it was
no,
Veruca.
Violet.
It was Violet
Oh,
Beauregard.
Violet Beauregard.
Violet?
Yeah, thank you.
Who's
You're
Veruca?
turning
Violet.
Violet.
You're
Violet.
turning Violet.
Violet. Veruca's the little
The
like
golden
brat who
egg.
wanted the
Brat.
golden
Yeah.
goose
I
or
want it
squirrel, depending.
now.
Yep. So then he explodes.
He explodes.
Everybody is stuck in a hallway. Lightning starts to cave in the corridor
Mhm.
as they're trying to escape.
Yeah, and are they flipping them up into the
Yep.
next level up one by one?
Yeah.
And then Egg kind of helps them out, flips them all up one by one, and then takes Lightning out. They're
Yeah.
dropping Buddha on his head.
Take that,
Oh
Lightning.
yeah, just through the
What a
hole.
way
Buddha
to go. Just crushed.
Yep.
One too many Buddhas.
There were a lot of Buddha statues going on. Big ones, small ones.
They were everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
then,
then that, so that
And
it's
then
it, right? Then we
That's
have
it.
our
They leave.
little
they,
epilogue.
they take
Yeah.
off. They go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, and in the car, that's like a perfect reaction image, by the way, where like, our true main couple has their big dramatic kiss and
Yeah.
reunion, and Gracie Law's just like, staring at
Yeah.
them like relatable, you've been shipping the same people for, a decade and they finally lock lips and you're like, finally, the slowest of slow burns. I've been waiting for this. And Jack just looks so disgruntled. They must be his no TP. And then they drive off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just love it. One, I love that Jack doesn't like end up with Gracie at the end. He just does that whole like again puts on
Yeah.
sunglasses to leave because he's talking to Egg Shen, and Egg Shen's like, I always always told myself I'd take a vacation. So because he's again, I think incredibly surprised that this was the time.
This was
they
the
took
team
out
that
Lopan.
took it.
Right?
Yeah.
Shook.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
Just
not prepared to take a break, but okay.
Watching this dumbass just like stroll out into the mist with his sunglasses.
He's like, Earth realm
That
is safe
one?
again. I can
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I guess we're good. It feels weird, but we're good. And then, like, you have Jack where he belongs, in all honesty, behind the wheel of that truck. Hopefully Gracie rethought this, or like, listen, don't.
She
don't
just needed
tie
one good
yourself
lay
down with
because
it.
she was like, girl, she knew it was bad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's like, you're not
yeah.
going to
She's
even kiss her
smart.
goodbye. And she's looking at him longingly. I'm like, girl, get a grip.
You know
Like-
what? You just went through trauma. It's like
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's why they got together, but that's
Yeah.
also why they broke up in the sequel, apparently.
Yeah.
Because
she
it was a
just needs
trauma-based
Oh, that's
relation.
why it wasn't that
hot
Jason Patrick was more
shower,
available
a
than
good
Keanu
night's
Reeves.
sleep. Yeah.
Never.
Um,
Never. But yeah, so I like that. And then of course
Yeah.
you get that little stinger where like, the not creep show monster is in the back of the truck.
Yes.
Black
You
mechanics
get
are
the
gonna
real
happen.
power couple, and that's yeah.
And
It's
I'm
going to
like,
be the
oh,
road
no.
trip. And then
Jack and the
Gracie's going to
Wild Man.
find out. And then she's
Yeah.
going to be livid because he wouldn't take her
But
he took the monster.
The heart wants what it wants.
All I'm thinking is like, oh no, but Jack isn't with anyone who knows how to fight. We better hope that monster throws a knife at Jack.
He just, hops off and begins hitchhiking at the next truck rest stop.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, he just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, I gotta find. I thought I knew what I was gonna do with my life. But now the evil sorcerer I worked in the sewer for is dead, so I got to figure this
It's
out.
like, I don't know what to do. Man, that was a real golden opportunity for a sequel that was just like a buddy comedy on the road, Jack and Sewer Monster.
And
I'd watch it.
Jack is constantly dressing him up, like trying to take him into places.
Trying to get him to blend
like
in.
get him
Like
a
he's an
trench
orangutan?
coat.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
it turns into-
exactly.
Big floppy hat and sunglasses.
turns into every which way but loose.
Yeah, I was like,
Yes.
I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
apparently
that is how the comic goes. Yes, you're right. Yeah,
How
it
did
was
we know?
Celador popped up and said that's kind of where the comic picks up is the
Yeah.
wild man and Jack on the truck. It was IDW put that out maybe like 10 or 15 years ago, if I remember right.
Yes.
It's a
We're
fun
on the
series.
wavelength.
That's
We're on the
fantastic.
wavelength.
We understand.
We
We
get it.
We get
understand.
it. If anybody gets this film, it's us. Like it's
Yeah.
What we do, what we do.
Which that sounds better than the fan fiction I've been finding, which
Ooh.
is
yeah.
shipping like all of Kurt Russell's action characters together seems to be. Which seems like self-obsessed in
seems
its own
gross.
way, but that's just about me. Yeah. But another popular one, which I meant to click into, was a crossover with Buffy and Jack, and I'm like, she likes trash
Okay.
men, but I feel like she would just kill him. I don't think she could tolerate him at all.
Yeah, she talk about again someone very competent.
See, I don't know, because I think Jack Burton is a little cooler than the Joss Whedon guys. So
Yeah,
maybe.
I just think like his personality would annoy the shit out of her, like
Yeah.
way too quick.
Listen, I
Oh,
put
yeah.
up with a vampire who, as soon as we found love, turned evil. I can't do you though. I can't
Yeah.
do you. I can take sad Angel with his like slapped ham face, like, oh no, we can never love, but I can't take Jack Burton.
But at the same time, she hung out with all those dorks in the library, so she's got a little
Yeah.
bit of tolerance for that. She hung out with Seth Green for like what, 3 seasons?
Listen, he was better. She was friends with Xander for forever.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say she does. Okay, yeah, you know what? She's a little crap.
Maybe
cake,
Jack
I get
shows
it.
up, beats up Xander, gives him a wedgie.
Jack's the new
Yeah.
Xander,
Oh.
but better. Okay, I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. I'm all into that.
Yeah, Jack gives him the atomic wedgie, and then it's just the adventures of Jack and Buffy.
Yes.
What are we gonna do tonight, Buffy? Same thing we do every night. Save the world.
I'm gonna do something cool, and you're gonna run into a wall again.
If
Yeah,
anything,
right.
I could see him and Faith having fun adventures.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that would be
He's
fun.
like, tell me what to do, and she would.
Yeah, their chaotic
Yeah.
energy where she
Yeah.
just like is very impulsive would really like mesh
That would work well.
disastrously with his.
Oh yeah, terribly, but also fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
This is, we have to start a sub corner of KP's fan fiction corner where it's we write fan fiction sub corner.
Yes.
That may be a subscriber only feature coming soon. We'll do shorts where we just recast or rewrite fanfic for everybody. We'll do quick bites
this
for every
is a
episode.
horrible idea, and I love it.
Yes.
Pay us to do
Yeah.
ridiculous stuff.
Dance
We're
monkeys.
gonna get too into it, and it's gonna be great.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. We'll save the good stuff for the paid audience. What? Oh, we're still on.
Wow.
Oh no,
Wow.
we're still on.
You said
Matt
that
does
part
not
out
speak for
loud.
the rest of us.
Oh,
Remember
jeez.
how we started this podcast? Well, that's how we're ending it. We're gonna sign off and have a very stern conversation with Matt.
My soupy sales moment? Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh
So
no.
in conclusion,
So in
fun
conclusion,
film. It is
Yeah.
almost one of the most genre films you could ever have.
That's
It's
a good
very
point,
genre-y.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
it
a
encapsulates so much.
Yeah, it's a perfect Friday, Saturday night. Get your friends over, have some popcorn and pizza and a beer, and just hang out and
Yeah.
watch shenanigans unfold.
Yeah.
I am
Drink
so.
till you're about as smart as Jack. Oh, wait, don't.
It's going to take quite a few. Um,
Depends where you start.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. I'm sad we didn't get more of these. Honestly, I really
Yeah.
we were deprived from not getting a bunch of Jack Burton adventures. The comic book is fun. If you're hankering for more Jack, it was actually Boom Comics. Thank you, Celador.
Well, I'll put a link when I do our little podcast page.
Yep.
I'll do some
It's
links
a 25 issue series. I think there's trades out you can get to, and it's fun.
I will also be linking because I found so of course John Carpenter does music for his films, and his band the Coupe de Villes have a whole video doing Big Trouble in Little China, and this is amazing. Okay, so like besides him being in it, right? So another member of the band, I'm forgetting his name, was like the director of like Halloween 3 and helped design the original Mike Myers mask. But the other member of the Coupe de Villes is Nick Castle, who was the original Michael Myers. The original shape is there, and also did directing his own. So if you want to see like 3 people who basically created Halloween, but in like 80s blazers, singing a song about Big Trouble in Little China, I will have that link when this page goes up because I feel like everyone needs to see it. Like
it's super worth it.
Yeah, it felt like this is exactly the 80s right there. That's the 80s right there.
Yeah.
I think that's a great spot to end.
Yeah.
I think
I can put the link in chat too. Hey, y'all, you should watch us live because guess what? You're not going to have to wait till I put this page up if you're here because I'm putting that right in chat. But only if you're here.
Only if you're here. And you know what? I will. I'll put it up on the screen. Look at
that. There we go. So that's for the Coupe de Villes. Yeah. Look at that.
Check that out.
Yeah. Have fun.
It's well worth.
Totally.
And then while you're looking at websites, you can pull another one up, and it's the Anomaly Film Fest store where we're selling our passes.
Oh yeah.
And some sweet swag.
Look at this. AnomalyFilmFest.com/store. It's the Anomaly Emporium with cursed clothing and spooky stuff, including the Early Ghoul full festival pass that gives you everything that we're doing, all the films and various sundry fun things that we're going to figure out what they're going to be. November 8th through the 12th. These badass t-shirts, this Skull Vacation t-shirt and hoodie. The hoodie is from multiple requests for us to do a hoodie, and the art is from our own Megan Murphy.
Me, I did it.
And if you want to donate, we always like a donation, and we're going to have a super secret surprise sticker you can pick up when you come to the festival in November too. So all that good stuff, AnomalyFilmFest.com/store. Also, you can just check out our socials if you don't know where that is. That's cool too. Please join us November 8th through the 12th at the Little Theater in Rochester, New York. It's our 5th year. We've got so much planned that we had to add an extra day just to hold it all in. It's going to be a blast. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed the
I'm so excited to see what this is going to be.
If you enjoyed the podcast, if you enjoyed the camaraderie you're seeing here, come join us at the Anomaly Film Festival, at Anomaly Film Fest on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Orkut.
We are on Mastodon because that's it. I decided I'm doing it. So we're there.
Committed.
I'm gonna try to get us a Blue Sky invite because I got one. So now I'm just waiting for them to give me one.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm like, I guess someday I'll be one of the cool kids.
Yeah. I begged, borrowed,
all over again.
I borrowed and stole from somebody to get one. So now I'm just waiting for them to bless me with some so I can shoot them everybody's way here. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Social media is fun though. And you can find us at Anomaly Film Fest on all of it. Also on Twitch, and in the future, you can find these episodes. If you missed it from the start, you can find them on YouTube at some point whenever we get around to uploading them. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, from the hearts of our bottoms for joining us tonight. And we will see you in the next episode of Anomaly Presents.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.